Hi there, it's Lindsey here. Today we are finishing up Ollie's room for now. So there is one project that I'm not going to get to right now, and that's the floating shelves over his desk. But we are gonna get the side table done. We're gonna put some storage in there for toys. We're gonna get his TV mounted. We're going to get the closet done out. We're gonna get the desk finished, a little built-in desk for him, and get that all finished up. And of course, we're gonna do our really big artwork and put all of our decorations from Temu in there. And a big thank you to Temu for sending us all those things for his room. Down in the description box, I'll have all the links for everything in this video from Temu, so you'll be able to go and find that, and also my link so you can find the coupons. But anyway, we're gonna get started and build out this room. Let's get Ollie a bedroom for his birthday. I just got done doing a full-size bed frame build, like a platform bed frame build for my son's room. He's turning 10. He wanted a room makeover for his birthday, so you know we had to be extra and build the furniture because I looked at the prices and they're outrageous and it's crap furniture. And even the thrift stores have been letting me down lately. I don't know if the flippers are getting there first or if people are just hanging on to stuff because everything costs so much more. But a crappy little MDF bed frame was like $400. And instead we decided to build one with 2x4s. So we did that. Now we have some scrap left over. We've got enough, I believe, to make a really nice end table that matches the bed. Now I don't know if I'm gonna do a drawer. I may add the drawer later. I was trying to think about what I'm gonna do as far as that goes. But if you decide to do the bed frame and you do a full-size bed, you're gonna have some left over, then you've got enough to do an end table. So these are my side slats from the bed. I did use 2x8s, but if you use 2x4s, you'll just have a few more to kind of join together. I was just picking a length that worked for us that would give us enough material. So I chose to make mine 16 inches wide. So that's going to be the width of our little side table. And here's Ash trying to steal all my materials. He really gets curious anytime we're out on the back porch doing anything. I just drilled some pocket holes here to join these two together. 4 or 5 should do it. And then we're gonna join them just like that. Of course I use pocket holes because I've got them laying around, so it's easy for me. And I did use a 2x4 to make sure those are nice and flat. I laid them across 2x4s and I also laid one on top. That way we get a good seam. Of course, I'm going to sand this down really well and round the corners so nobody gets their head cut on the side if something happens, you know, because it's kids' room. So we want to make sure our corners are nice and rounded so nobody gets hurt. Now I'm cutting my legs to the height that I want, and these are 24 inches high. Of course, it'll go a little higher than that because my top is 1.5 inches thick. So that's the height that I kind of measured. I looked at my mattress on the bed frame and just kind of went a couple inches over that so it would be a good reach and nobody will bang their elbows. Now these legs just got joined together with some 2x4s. I did end up using some 1xs up at the top because I had some scraps from another project, but you can achieve the same look just using 2x4s. That would be just fine too. I'm just assembling each side and then I'm gonna assemble those together using a couple more 2x4s. I did create a shelf for mine out of 1-bys because I did have a couple extra. And this is kind of what that's looking like. I like to cut out the legs because I just think it looks better and cleaner. But you could do this once again with a 2x4 if you have extra scraps. But these are the scraps that I had laying around. And now it's time to stain it all up. So I'm using a black gel stain for the tabletop, and this you can see the wood grain through, but it's like really, really dark. And then for the top, we just did a dark walnut stain. That one's like a more of a oil-based stain. It goes a lot further than the gel stain in my opinion. But I just wanted to mix those two because the walnut is actually what's on the windowsills. I secured the top and the shelf with some finishing nails, but this is what it ended up looking like. I kind of like the way I mixed the stains on it. And I also added this little deer knob to the front to kind of make it look like a drawer. I can always add a drawer later, I just hadn't got there yet. And Jason started mounting the TVs. He did run cable and they were just kind of in the wall, so he's having to add the outlet now because we weren't really sure where they were going to be mounted. And this is the swivel and tilt mount that we got from Harbor Freight. So the plan for today is building Ollie a desk. We've got some plywood that we cut to like 15-inch width. So now we're just gonna see how tall we need our desk. We're building just the drawers. We did end up ordering drawers from Amazon and they were absolute crap. So now we're just gonna build a drawer cabinet, and I'm waiting on drawer slides to come in. They should be in tomorrow. So we'll finish the drawers then. But we can get the cabinet up and get the top stained and all of everything on. And so when the drawers come in, I'll just install the drawers. The plan is, you like my drawing? So these are 15 inches wide. I think it's 26 inches that we're gonna do tall. This is a child's desk, so it doesn't have to be super tall. To get our height, we bought him this little chair. It's a child's like racing gaming chair. So we just took it up to the max height and we're just measuring the top of the bars so then we know his legs will fit. And that's the kind of the height that we're gonna go for with the cabinet. And then the top will go on top of that. And we'll put some supports here and here, and then of course the little drawer system will be here. So yeah, we're gonna build a cabinet carcass, and this is gonna be a good practice for our kitchen cabinet. This is what the cabinet carcass will look like once we're done with it, but we're gonna go get to build it. I just started by cutting all my cabinet supports. These are just the pieces that'll go on the back and the bottom, just to kind of hold the cabinet together and make it a really nice high quality cabinet. And I also cut the drawer pieces at the same time. And this is like the spaces. It'll go in between all the drawers on the actual cabinet carcass. Everything got a good sand, including the 2 side pieces that we actually cut on our table saw. And then I'm going to put together 2 of these furring strips. These are my support pieces. And I'm going to make like an L shape, and this will go in the back of the cabinet. Here I'm just figuring out placement, like how big I want my drawers, how far apart I want them spaced, and I went with a small drawer, a medium-sized drawer, and a large drawer on this cabinet. Putting on the second side of the cabinet was really easy. I just put in the ones that I knew where they went, and then I kind of measured where the drawers need to go to line them up with the other side. So the openings will be the same on both sides, and screwed them all down. And then my cabinet carcass was finished. This is just a little dry fit to make sure everything looks good, and it does.
It does have pieces on the back, so we'll be able to mount it to the wall because it is kind of a built-in. We don't want it to move around much. I went with a dark walnut stain on the top. I am staining the top and the bottom because you'll see the bottom, you know, if you're under the desk or something. And I stained the support piece for it. And then for the actual cabinet, I did the black gel stain once again. Now Jay's marking the studs for us. We're gonna get this all mounted up to the wall and have this one project done. We did tack it to the wall first, and then he's gonna drill pilot holes because all of our support pieces were kind of dry. So if you do have support pieces that are dry, it really helps to drill a pilot hole so you don't split them. And also some of our screws were going in at the end, so it was really helpful. Now the top, I decided to just tack it in place with our finish nailer. I just thought that would be the easiest way to go. And I know this is not going to last him forever because it is a smaller children's desk. So he may just have this for a few years and then we take it out and build him something bigger and nicer. I did fail to record it, but we also did his closet organizer at the same time. I stained this with a dark walnut. If you'd like to see how I built this, I'm gonna have to do it again in Audrey's room. But I did make these little corners on the supports just because I think that's prettier. I did it on the desk too, so it's just kind of repeating that throughout the room. But we're done with the big project, so now it's time to get this room loaded up, and I just started with his closet. I've got seasonal clothes up high. He can still reach those. Audrey can't, but he can. And I also hung a command hook here for his robe. He wears it all the time, and I'm sick of seeing it on the floor, so I just put a hook there for him. And then on the bottom shelves, I just put pajamas and swim shorts, things that, you know, he gets into quite a bit. Socks went in a more shallow container, and then I just stacked up his jeans and put them on a shelf, and he still has a couple more shelves that he can do whatever he wants with. I absolutely love how this closet came out. I think it's a small closet, but it has so much storage space because of the little shelving unit we put on the side. And we could also add drawers to that later if we want to do that. And of course, to his closet, we're adding this laundry basket from Temu. It rolls, it's so cute. We've also got these rustic curtains, just to kind of make it look a little more medieval in here. It does have some iron on it too. And we're adding our side table. Look how cute this little set looks together. I can't get over it. I love that we made the side table to match the bed. It's really, really unique and nice. My dad bought Ollie this lamp for his birthday. It looks like a little lantern and he absolutely loves it. We're adding some of his to-be-read books here, so he'll have those at a glance. And we also got this little racer children's desk chair from Amazon, so I'll link that down below as well. I wanted to build something for toy storage, but I really ran out of time, so I've just got this 9-cube little shelf. It's terribly constructed, but this just came from Walmart and it was super cheap, and it'll hold all of his toys for now. And to the top of this, I'm just gonna add our little rug from Temu. This is a smaller one, but it looks great on a shelf. And then these are Ollie's favorite thing, are these remote controlled flameless candles. I'll be honest, I want some of these too. I told Jay I was gonna have to get some for the bathroom, like around the bathtub once we get that project done. Now for bedding, we're just using things we already had. He has this soft blanket. This is just for warmth really, because we're actually adding a quilt. We did have a duvet. We have a duvet insert. I don't like the duvet cover that we got because it just slides right off the bed. It was supposed to be bamboo, and I'm pretty sure it's polyester because it gets hot and weird. But we did have this really nice stone quilt. It's a king size, but it actually looks nice, you know, over the bed, even though the bed is full size. And then my dad got him this fur throw for his birthday also. And it is so comfy. Oh my goodness, I love this throw so much. I'm gonna have to get me one too. And he finally got to hang up his little cork board from Colleen. He loves this thing. Him and Audrey both just sit in there and play with it all the time. But he was waiting for his room. And my grandma got him this fur rug for the bottom of the bed. I think it looks really nice. It'll look even better in here once the flooring and the trim gets done. But it's really nice for now.
We have this desk halfway done, and we notice that we've got a little bit of a problem, and that is this wall keeps getting scratched up, even the corner. And I think it's his chair moving in and out, and you know, it's rubbing up on this. So I'm thinking, and also not only that, but this was the first wall that I ever drywalled, so it's definitely shows imperfections really bad. But my thought is, how about let's wallpaper it? So we're gonna do some peel and stick because we don't know if this is gonna work really well. This is what I found at Walmart. I wanted to order some from Amazon, but I just didn't have the time. But look how cool. It's like this rock wall. So we're gonna see if it's any good. This is $34 for 30 square feet. I got 2 packs because this one's kind of hard to find. It's the Kilkenny stone. I had to go to 2 different Walmarts to find these, and everywhere else said they were out of stock. So this is what I got. This is what we're gonna attempt to hang up right now. I was thinking wrap this wall, right? Then it looks like some stone jutting out. And this is his closet, of course. And then we've got the little built-in desk. We're also, I want to get this hung up before I do the floating shelves, because that's the next step. So I'm gonna attempt this. And I'm not sure if I need to use the laser level or this level to draw a line. I definitely don't want to go off of our ceiling or our other wall because we're not perfect, and it's probably not 100% straight. So I'm gonna try the laser level and see if I can get it about right, and we'll go from there.
So my first impression is this is super easy to install because you can actually peel it back off and put it back on, and it doesn't affect the stickiness at all. But I drew a line that was about 20 inches off of the wall, and I skipped a whole bunch because I didn't have my batteries charged up like a good YouTuber. And this is what it ended up looking like. It was super easy to work with, I would say. I did have a few bubbles in mine that I need to go back and pop probably, but it stayed on the wall. He really likes it. It's almost like a little tower jutting out, and it looks really nice in the room. Decided that we needed an opening for our plugs and things, of course. So we drilled one. We just picked up this little black piece from Lowe's, and you just stick it right in the hole, and it makes a nice little place for your plugs to go. I also cut some trim. I found these little trim pieces, and I cut those to kind of go and make it look a little bit more built in, but it looks really, really nice. So this was my very first time doing drawers, and I did not film it because I was so nervous. But they turned out absolutely great, and when we do the kitchen project, you'll get to see all the drawers then. But this is what they ended up looking like. They're pretty sturdy, which they need to be for a kid. And I am super happy with them for my first attempt at drawers. I'm going to add knobs. They're from my grandparents' kitchen when they did their remodel, and I've used them on several different projects, but they're going to be that nice little rustic element to this, and I think they're going to be absolutely perfect. Now it's time for our big art project. This is a super cheap little wall hanging tapestry from Temu. It was, I believe, $2.99, but I'll put the exact price on the screen if I'm wrong. And then I've got 4 furring strips that I just cut to size. If you've never used a pocket hole jig before, it's pretty simple. You just set the jig to the thickness of your wood, which is 3/4 inch. And then this will go to 3/4 inch as well. You use this little thing to adjust it. But yeah, it's super easy to use. I was a little intimidated when we first got our jig, but we've been using them for years and years now. I do want like a desktop one, like something a little easier to do besides the clamping. I know there's several that you don't even have to clamp. You just put your piece of wood in there. But anyway, we just stain these up again with the walnut. I decided to go with the walnut instead of the black gel stain on this, just because I want to bring some more of those brown elements in, because I've got a lot of black in there. And Sonny had to check out what we're doing. He's super attracted to the stain. I don't know if it's the smell or what. Now I just drilled holes in the 2 shorter like vertical pieces, and I'm just attaching those with those pocket hole screws to my little horizontal pieces. And now we're just stretching our tapestry, and we're gonna make this look like a really expensive, huge piece of artwork. I did use pieces of cardboard just so I didn't tear into the fabric. And I tried doing like 2 of the corners, and I did that whole side, and then I did the opposite. That's how I got the horizontal tight. And then I went and did the top, and I did that kind of loose. I'm just tacking it in place. This is still the horizontal side, but now I'm doing the top and just kind of tacking that in place. I'm not pulling it tight because that'll be on the bottom, so I'm just making sure that has a good adherence, and I'm using enough staples. And then I went down to the bottom and pulled tight and got all of those wrinkles out. I didn't even steam this or put it in the dryer or anything. All the wrinkles just pulled out just from stretching it. And this is a great way to get a huge piece of artwork super cheap if you just buy a tapestry and then use some furring strips. It turned out great. It has great detail on this particular one. Some of them are a little grainy, so I think I got lucky. Now you can put hangers on the back of these because they are light. We ended up securing ours directly to the studs. We just pre-drilled and then drilled some screws in there, just because it's over the bed and I didn't want it falling on him. But they are light, so if it's not over a bed, I'm sure the hangers would work just fine. But this is how this room turned out. We will get to the shelves over the desk in a future project. It's gonna take some time, but we're gonna get there. And you probably already know, but this dragon lamp is one of my favorite things that we got from Temu. It has a remote, it changes colors, it has several patterns that it'll go through, but I think it's just so neat. It's a little bright in the light, but it's a really cool lamp. But if you've never heard of Temu before, they are just an online shopping superstore. They have everything you could probably think of on their website and on their app. They have an app as well. But I'm gonna leave my link for that all down in the description box. And a big thank you to Temu for sending us several things for Ollie's room. He loves them all. I do have a couple of little touch-ups to the stain on the bed, but I think it turned out so good. He absolutely loves it. I'll be honest, I want a bed frame like this too, so me and Jay might be building one for ourselves after Audrey's room's done. And I know this picture is a little too large, or maybe it needs to be just like a little more horizontal, but I absolutely loved the moon part and the cave part, so I didn't want to cut any of it out. And he seems to really, really like it, even if it is a really big piece of artwork. I hope that you've enjoyed Ollie's bedroom makeover as much as Cody enjoys this rug. He loves it so much. But now we gotta keep Colton away from the computer. Look how cute this little chair and table is. So cute with Colton. Also, some of the remotes have button batteries, so just a reminder, I tape the mess out of them. I do keep them away from Colton, but just in case, I don't want him to be able to get into that battery. As you can see, Ollie's room is a super relaxing space, and he absolutely loves it. I would love to know what you think, so let me know in the comments, and I can't wait to talk to you there, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.